Evening, guys. So, me and Miles, high five, Miles. Yeah, we are asking for your help, and it is help to find some horrible, horrible people. So, let me read you this. So, the horrible picture that is a dead chihuahua in the thumbnail is the dog that has been dumped and neglected. And you know how we do not like animal cruelty, do we, Miles? No, we don't. So, it just gets my blood boiling. So, just listen to this, guys. The badly neglected dog was dropped off at a vet by a woman who gave a false name and address. The woman, who said she was the owner, took the frail dog to a city-based vet on February the 3rd. Her ribs and spine and bones were all visible, and she was said to be in a very poor condition. No fucking shit. No shit. Her bottom jaw was also badly damaged, and she was unable to close her fucking mouth. Unable to close her mouth, yes? Wow. It appeared to have been forced, yes, forced, open at 45 degrees, and she had teeth that were rotten and damaged. Sadly, she had to be put to sleep because of the because of her injuries. Fucking disgusting. Disgusting. The RSPCA inspector, Ben Jones, said she was really skinny with a badly damaged jaw. It looks like she had been neglected very badly before being taken to the vet to be put to sleep. She was dressed in a distinctive pink wool jumper at the time she arrived at the vet, and the person who took her in gave a false name and address. We are appealing for anyone who has any information on who owns this dog to ring the RSPCA, and then it gives the number. So that's 0300 123 8018. Our plea to all animal owners is to make sure they always receive the care and treatment that they need. That's right, isn't it, Miles? Animals are completely reliant on us, their owners, to ensure their needs are met and they are kept in a safe and healthy place. Ensuring appropriate care is essential part of the responsibility as a pet owner. Well, Miles was we had to put some earmuffs on Miles when I told him it was a chihuahua that's been neglected. So he doesn't actually know really that it's one of his ancestors. So we're just trying to keep that information from him. So he'll be very upset. So then, there's comments on the situation. And they're as follows. Fucking hell. We are the most dangerous species on the planet. Subhuman, vile, evil monsters. Things will never change because the laws are a disgrace, and there's no fucking consequence. Humans make me sick to my stomach. There's no end to the amount of cruelty inflicted on animals, and they are basically going to say that, Christ, what is wrong with people? It breaks my heart. Rest in peace, the little dog. What an evil individual. I hope the CCTV has got them. About time they started doing something and, doing the same to them. Who's responsible? My God, I hope the woman fucking herself starved to death. You get the picture. What a vile subhuman this woman is. I hope karma swiftly gets her. It's fucking poor soul, sick people in the world. No wonder I prefer animals over some humans, if you can even call them that. It's about time they got dealt with properly instead of a slap on the wrist. And they go on to say that there's about I think 60 fucking comments. I can't understand it. It's something I can't get my head around, why somebody would treat a dog like that. And basically, this dog, sorry, I'm the woman, from Coventry. So if anyone's watching from Coventry and you know this little chihuahua, just fucking do it. Just lead the RSPCA to her front door and make her pay for what she's done to that poor little dog. Oh shit, I've said chihuahua. Oh God. You don't think he heard me. I think he was asleep. I think you were asleep, weren't you, Miles? And as I was reading it, I'm like looking at Miles and thinking, wow, you know, how could anybody do that to such a little dog who's, you know, more defenseless than any, you know, they because I mean, at the end of the day, I can fully understand. I've got just toasting. I can fully see why and kind of understand. I don't condone it, but I can understand why people end up shaking their kids to death. You know, circumstance. I think, you know, it's bloody annoying, crying all the time. You've just had a baby, you're young maybe, you know, and you got what is it, the postnatal depression, is it? But not an animal. I can't see what an animal would do to get you that angry, to want to inflict so much evil onto it, and because I mean anything that a dog does, really, like say it has an accident at home, you know, weeds on the carpet, so to speak, chews something in the house, sort of wrecks the house, has a, you know, it's down to a human. It's a human's fault not taking it out, you know, being out for longer than time, so it's had to have a wee, you know. Not moving your shoes, so when it's a puppy it chews. We all know puppies chew, so you move it, don't you? You know, it's and it's just they're the most loyal, aren't they? Really, ever dogs, and I find it so unnecessary. And you know, I'm part of a group on Facebook, like what sort of, you know, just animal cruelty's on there basically. You know, trying to sort of, well, what's it actually called? If you want to go and join it, let me check. UK Animal Cruelty Files, UKACF, and they've got 28k likes and 41k followers, so quite a big following. And I read all the, you know, the cases on there, and you know that, and you know, you get to where the sentence them, you know, it tells you what they got, and it'll say, you know, 24 months sentence suspended. So they don't, you know, there's nothing. I mean, I've said to a few friends, it's like I think the RSPCA should just stop trying to prosecute them, because the money that it must cost them to take them to court to get all the, you know, all the evidence, and they don't get a result that they want. They get a laughable response, and they could save that money and use it for the next, you know, the next neglected animal, to remove it from somebody's care. And I came up with an idea. I mean, and it came. I sort of got it from in sort of other countries. They have like a post box, and it's to put babies in. Yes, I know. And it's like, imagine, you know, in America where you see them sort of pull out the newspaper, put money in, and it opens. You get a newspaper. Very similar to that. Well, I don't think you put money in it, obviously, but you know, and you put, because you put the baby in, rather than it be dumped basically in a toilet and dying, or you know, out in the cold or on the doorstep, everything. Um, this this kind man, I think he's a vicar. I think, you know, and a man of God anyway, at least. And him and his wife sort of foster all the loads of kids that aren't really wanted. And so he puts these bins out, basically, um, these post boxes for children, and you post, you know, you leave your child in there if you don't want it, and he goes round every morning and checks them all. And I think there should be sort of like a lamp post on sort of end of maybe not on end of every street, but certain, you know, space between them maybe, but you've got to sort of be quite. Everyone's got to have access to one, and you can go and just tie your dog up if you don't want it. Tie it up to these, you know, these posts, these lamp posts that the RSPCA have sort of like, you know, well, how can I put it? You can just dump your dog, basically. So instead of going miles out of your way to dump your dog and leave it to die down a bloody lane, or, you know, chuck it in a river with bricks round its feet, you can tie it to these posts, RSPCA approved posts, and no questions are asked. The CCTV on there, but it is not to catch anybody taking a dog there. It's simply just to keep an eye on the dog while they get to the dog to pick it up. And I'm not saying everybody would be like, it's going to stop all cruelty and everybody will donate the dogs. I'm not saying that. Not saying that at all. But I think it would help me, would help some. Definitely. I mean, the adverts, they're all for third world countries, water aid and, no, not Bernardo's, but, they want us to help them, have operations on their eyes and all that. And I watched an advert, a sort of little brief thing it was, about the cruelty in China. And you literally see these animals being skinned alive. And they pick the dog up after they skinned it, and they throw it on a pile full of dogs, full of skinned dogs. And just at the last minute, it picks its head up, this dog, and looks straight into the camera. That advert should be replacing the fucking water aid. I mean, people need to be aware of how sick human beings are. I was never told to look, not to harm animals. My mum never told me that. I just knew you don't harm an animal. No, it makes me sick. It does. It really makes me sick. So when we do go live, which probably will be tomorrow now because I'm crap at fucking doing what I'm saying I'm doing. But yeah. So that's just a quick one in between. Because I was just doing the Sharon Gale one that I told you about I was going to do. But I thought, got to pop this one in. So enjoy.